Welcome to the sleepy event horizon, where gravity fades and the stars watch over your rest. Before we drift deeper into this cosmic ocean, remember to subscribe to this channel. Let this vessel be your launchpad to peace every night. Whenever the world below feels too heavy, too loud, or too fast, you will always have a seat reserved right here, by the window, waiting for you to return to the stars. Now, close your eyes, or simply let your gaze soften. Notice the surface beneath you. Notice the weight of your own body. That is gravity, the ancient force of the earth, holding you safely against its chest. It has carried you through the entire day. But tonight, right now, we are going to ask gravity to gently release its grip. Imagine the walls of the room around you slowly dissolving into a soft, midnight blue. The sounds of the day, the distant hum of traffic, the ticking of clocks, the echoes of conversations, the endless rush of the world, they are all beginning to fade. They are slipping away, sinking down through the thick layers of the atmosphere. While you begin to float upward, you are rising, not with the roar of an engine, nor with any sudden movement, but with the silent, effortless drift of a single feather caught on a slow, upward breeze. You are safely enclosed inside our vessel, a sanctuary made of curved, sweeping glass and quiet. Deep hums. There are no sharp corners here in the dark. Everything is rounded, softened, glowing with a faint, warm amber light that pulses perfectly in time with your own slow heartbeat. The air inside this cabin is perfectly still. It carries the crisp, refreshing coolness of a deep winter evening, the kind of cold that possesses a specific, comforting texture, not the biting kind that makes you shiver, but a gentle, enveloping coolness that makes you want to draw a thick, soft blanket all the way up to your chin. It is a temperature that tells your body it is finally time to rest. As we drift higher, clearing the last wisps of the Earth's atmosphere, the pale blue of the sky deepens. It shifts into a rich, velvety violet, and then, slowly, into the profound, endless black of the cosmos. Look out the grand, panoramic windows stretching across the front of our cabin. The Earth is behind us now. It is just a beautiful, fragile marble of swirling blue oceans and white clouds, slowly turning in the silent dark. Think of all the deadlines, all the urgent messages, all the hurried footsteps and tangled thoughts. They are all down there, bound to the surface by gravity. Up here, none of it matters. Up here, in the vacuum of space, those pressures simply cannot exist. They evaporate into the void. There is only the grand, slow turning of the galaxy, moving at a pace so magnificent and unhurried that it demands absolutely nothing from you. You do not need to keep up. You only need to be. As the Earth shrinks into a pale blue dot in our rear view, the true majesty of the universe reveals itself. Look at the stars scattered across the endless canvas of the night. Up here, free from the blurring haze of the atmosphere, they are sharper than they should be. They are brilliant pinpricks of silver, diamond, and pale gold, burning with a quiet, steady rhythm. But as we float here, suspended in the deep silence, there is a beautiful secret hidden in their soft glow. When you look out at this ocean of stars, you are not looking at the present moment. You are looking at a vast, glowing archive, a photograph. In its simplest form, is a record of light, and the sky itself is the ultimate photograph. Light, even moving at its incredible, unmatched speed, takes a very long time to cross the vast, silent distances of space. The photons gently washing over your face right now, painting the cabin of our ship in a pale, silver glow, have been traveling for a very long time. If you look toward the constellation of Orion, tracing its familiar shape in the dark, the light arriving in your eyes tonight left those stars somewhere between 250 and 300 years ago. That light was emitted during the early medieval period, or perhaps the late Roman era, long before the words we are speaking right now existed in any recognizable form. You are bathing in ancient time. The light hitting this glass window is an image, a leftover, an old photograph developed across thousands of years of travel, showing us something that existed long before we were born. It is a deeply comforting thought, isn't it, to know that you are wrapped in the soft light of the past. The universe is not rushing towards the future. It is holding onto its memories, carrying them gently across the void to share them with anyone willing to look up. Drift, float, glow. Let the silver light wash over you. The stillness outside the window is absolute, because there is no air in space to carry sound. You can almost hear the silence. It is not an empty silence. It is a deep, resonant quiet, a color of dark purple that vibrates softly in your chest, matching the slow, steady rhythm of your breathing, in and out, slow and steady. Every time you exhale, imagine releasing another tiny fraction of your weight. Your shoulders sink deeper into the plush fabric of your seat. Your hands unclench. The tension in your forehead melts away, smoothed out by the cool, starlit air. You are completely untethered from the demands of the waking world, safe inside this drifting sanctuary. We are moving softly on the invisible currents of space-time. The vessel sails on the gentle waves of gravity, smooth, steady, and entirely silent. We are heading toward a very specific coordinate tonight. We are traveling deep into the cosmic archives to visit the memory of certain stars. Stars that did something extraordinary. Stars that simply decided they were too tired to keep shining and chose to go to sleep. But there is no rush to arrive. The journey is just as peaceful as the destination. So for now, simply drift. Watch the ancient light streak softly past the glass. Let your muscles untie. Let the beautiful, infinite weightlessness take you completely. As our vessel continues its silent glide through the endless, velvet dark, I invite you to leave the grand viewing window for a moment. Let us drift deeper into the heart of this ship, floating gracefully down a long, curved corridor. The walls here are smooth, emitting a pale, bioluminescent glow that guides your way. There is no need to walk. You simply glide, weightless and unburdened, like a thought moving softly through a quiet mind. We arrive at the doors of the central observatory. They slide open without a whisper, revealing the sanctuary. This is the sanctuary of glass and silver. It is a vast, circular room bathed in a light so soft so delicately cool. It feels like the gentle touch of a moonbeam against your forehead. The air in this room holds a profound stillness. It is the specific, temperature-controlled silence of a place designed to protect precious things. There are no loud hums here, no vibrating engines, only the quiet, eternal hum of preservation. In the center of this sanctuary floats a projection, a memory of a place far behind us on the earth. Somewhere on that distant blue sphere, there is an archive, a physical building with endless shelves. It possesses the particular silence of rooms that are meant to preserve things, a quietness that settles deep into your bones. Imagine the faint, comforting scent of that room, the slightly sweet, slightly sour aroma that old paper and old photographs share. It is the scent of time standing still. Inside this earthly archive, carefully tucked away from the rushing world, there are glass plates. They are large, heavy, and coated in a thin, delicate emulsion of silver halide crystals. This is not film in the modern sense. It is actual glass, smooth and thick, the kind of object you would handle with the utmost gentleness. Float closer to the center of our sanctuary, and let us look at the memory of one of these plates. It glows softly in the air before you. A rectangle of pure, captured starlight. These specific plates were exposed at the Palomar Observatory, high on a quiet mountain in California. The date inscribed on the ones that matter most for our journey is April 12th. Ichen Jobai Wusha. Imagine that night. The mountain air was crisp and thin. The world below was asleep, while the great dome of the observatory lay open to the infinite cosmos. Someone, moving with slow, practiced care, loaded this heavy glass plate into the housing of a massive telescope that night. They set the exposure, and then, in the absolute quiet of the mountain peak, they waited. When the shutter opened, a miracle of deep time occurred. Light from an enormous slice of the sky poured down through the darkness and fell softly onto the glass. Let us practice our quiet focus. We will shift our gaze from the macro to the micro. Imagine you are no longer looking at the vast sky, but at a single, microscopic crystal of silver halide resting on that glass plate. A photon, a tiny, weightless packet of pure light arrives. This photon has been traveling for years, decades, perhaps centuries, crossing the freezing, silent vacuum of space. It has journeyed through the dark, passing ancient nebulae and dormant galaxies, carrying a tiny message from a distant star. And finally, its unimaginably long journey ends here, meeting the glass in a completely silent embrace. When the ancient photons hit the silver halide crystals, a gentle chemical reaction occurred. The crystals darkened. A record was made. The universe had spoken, and the silver and glass had listened. It was a perfectly neutral recording. The silver crystals did not judge the light. They did not worry about the future or grieve for the past. They simply accepted the photons as they landed, darkening quietly in the night. Then, the shutter closed. The plate was carefully removed, gently developed in quiet dark rooms, catalogued, given a number, and filed away on a shelf to rest. Think of the person who did this work. They were likely working through a long shift, leaning over a light table, a pencil in hand, surrounded by the deep stillness of the observatory. They were not thinking of the profound mysteries of the future. They were simply doing a quiet, patient job. And when the night was over, that person probably went home, closed their eyes, and slept. There is a profound comfort in that sequence. To work quietly in the dark, to capture the light of the stars, and then to surrender to sleep. You, too, are allowed to surrender. Just as the glass plate accepted the light without resistance, you can accept this moment of rest. You do not need to hold on to your thoughts. You can let them land, gently, and fade into the silver emulsion of your dreams. For 70 long years, those heavy glass plates sat in their temperature-controlled archive. They sat on a shelf, perfectly accurate, perfectly maintained, holding their silent information while the world outside rushed by, changing, growing louder and faster. But inside the archive, time did not move. The stars captured in the silver remained exactly as they were on that cool April night in 1950. The glass itself became a sanctuary. It became a permanent home for the light of stars that were drifting millions of light years away. Drift, float, glow, ancient, stillness. Let these words circle you like slow-moving satellites. Feel the cool, smooth texture of the glass in your mind. Feel the safety of the archive, where nothing is lost, where everything is held in a state of perfect, undisturbed rest. The image on the glass outlasted the moment. It preserved a truth that the universe itself was slowly changing. Because when we look closely at these plates now, holding them up against the modern sky, we find something beautiful and strange. We find the gentle, quiet gaps where things used to be. But we will explore those gentle gaps soon. For now, simply remain here in the sanctuary of glass and silver. Let the soft, pale light wash over your tired eyes. Breathe in the cool, still air of the archive. Feel the profound safety of a room designed solely to remember, allowing you, finally, to forget your day. Drift, float. Let us leave the physical bounds of the sanctuary of glass and silver. Let the walls of our vessel gently fade around us, turning completely transparent, until there is nothing separating you from the vast, open ocean of the cosmos. You are entirely safe. The environment here is perfectly calibrated to your comfort. There is no cold vacuum to fear, only a refreshing, eternal coolness. Imagine reaching out your hand. In this unique state of cosmic suspension, you can actually run your fingertips through the archive of the sky. The stars here are not distant, burning spheres of gas. They are rendered as soft, glowing points of memory. As your hand glides through them, they feel like cool, heavy silk slipping between your fingers. You can feel the specific temperature of time passing. The older stars carry a faint, warming hum, like a smooth stone that has sat in the afternoon sun, while the newer light feels like a drop of cool, pure water resting on your skin. Drift, float. We are moving through a map of the heavens made of 600 million points of light, 600 million entries in a grand, silent ledger, each one representing a star that once cast its glow onto a heavy glass plate decades ago. When we look up from the Earth, we are taught to believe that the sky is perfectly fixed. We assume it is an unmoving ceiling of diamonds. And, for the most part, the sky is mostly stable on human timescales. A constellation you recognize outside your window tonight would have been completely recognizable to someone standing in that exact same spot in 1950, looking up with cold hands. But the universe is a living, breathing expanse. It is not frozen. It flows like a deep, slow-moving river of light. If the silence of these stars helps your mind settle, please leave a gentle like. It's a signal to the universe that you are safe. It is a small, quiet beacon, letting the cosmos know that you have found your resting place for the night. Let us drift further down the river of time. 70 years passed on Earth. 70 years is a long time for a human mind. It spans generations. Changing technologies, the building and fading of cities. But in the grand, sweeping life of a massive star, 70 years is genuinely nothing. It is a breath, less than a breath, a fraction of a single one. If you scaled a star's long, billions of years life down to a single human year, 70 years would be measured in less than a second. Yet, within that tiny fraction of a cosmic second, the universe decided to whisper a secret. Decades after, the first glass plates were carefully stored away. New observers looked up. They used modern instruments, vast digital surveys that swept across the heavens with deep sensitivity, capturing the sky as it is today. They took the old image, the memory held in silver crystals, and gently laid it over the new image, the digital reflection of the present. They were looking for differences, not with alarm, not with urgency, but with the patient curiosity of someone reading a very old, very beautiful map. This process was a quiet comparison, an alignment of times, then times, and times now, asterisk. And when they layered the past over the present, a discrepancy appeared. Out of the 600 million points of light, most of them matched perfectly in a beautiful symphony of consistency. But a soft handful did not. There were specific, catalogued points of light on those old plates that were simply not in the sky anymore. They had not dimmed into the background. They had not slowly moved to a new address. They had not exploded into a brilliant, recognizable cloud of dust and color. They were just quietly, peacefully absent. The coordinates where they used to be were entirely empty. Imagine tracing a line across a familiar constellation, connecting the dots of light in your mind, and finding one dot simply missing. It is a gap that nobody made, a space that was just there, waiting patiently to be found. When you point a modern, highly sensitive telescope at where they were, there is nothing detectable. The universe has cleared the space. Breathe in that emptiness. It is not a lonely void. It is a profound, resting stillness. Usually, when something in the universe ends, it leaves a trace, a signature, a remnant glowing faintly in the dark, reminding us that it was once there. But these specific stars chose a different path. They chose the art of leaving no trace at all. We will narrow our focus now. We are practicing the gentle technique of moving from the vast macro down to the intimate micro. Let the millions of stars fade into a soft, blurry glow in the background. We are zooming in, drifting effortlessly through the cosmic dust, toward one of these empty coordinates. We are leaving the grand library of 600 million stars and arriving at a single, quiet address in the sky. As we approach, Notice how smooth the space feels. There is no turbulence here, no chaotic remnants of a violent end. It is as if the star simply closed its eyes and pulled the dark blanket of space over itself. It did not vanish in a magic trick, with an audience and a sudden reveal. It happened much more quietly than that. It happened when no one was looking. In the deep privacy of the cosmic wilderness, ancient stillness. Allow yourself to feel the comfort of that complete privacy. Sometimes, the most beautiful thing you can do is simply slip away from the noise, without an announcement, without leaving a trace of your worry behind. You do not always have to shine brightly for the world to see. You are allowed to find an empty coordinate in the dark. Fold your thoughts neatly away and become wonderfully, peacefully absent from the waking world. We will float here for a while. At the edge of this quiet gap, the starlight from neighboring suns provides a soft, dim illumination, a perfect twilight for the mind to finally rest. Let the gentle currents of gravity rock our vessel, slower and slower, as we prepare to look even closer at the profound serenity of a star that simply decided to let go. Let us pause here, in this quiet, untouched corner of the cosmos. Our vessel comes to a gentle, drifting halt, suspended effortlessly in the dark. Below us, a grand spiral galaxy turns with the agonizingly beautiful slowness of a melting glacier. Above us, the velvet expanse stretches out toward infinity. We have arrived at the empty coordinate, the space where a star used to be. Look out into the dark. It is not an empty, frightening void. It is a soft, deep cushion of shadow, framed by the gentle, protective light of the neighboring stars. It is as if the universe has drawn a heavy, comforting curtain around this specific location, granting it the ultimate gift of privacy. Back on the pale blue dot of Earth, there are gentle caretakers of the sky's memory. They are the ones who noticed this beautiful absence. They formed a collaboration, a quiet, patient endeavor to compare the old sky to the new sky and simply see what had changed. They named their project VASCO, which stands for Vanishing and Appearing Sources during a century of observations. It is a name chosen with great care, carrying a quiet argument within it. It invokes the spirit of ancient navigators, mapping coastlines and silent oceans that no one had charted before. These modern mapmakers were not looking for danger or loud, cosmic events. They were simply looking for differences, searching for anything that broke the assumption of a perfectly stable, unchanging sky. Their work was a slow, meditative process. Imagine them sitting in softly lit rooms, cross-referencing the historical catalogues with modern, sweeping digital surveys. At first, their gentle comparisons flagged around 150,000 discrepancies, moments where the old picture of the heavens and the new picture did not perfectly agree. But the machinery of large-scale observation always produces a little bit of noise. So, they patiently filtered the data. They sifted through the starlight, separating the true silences from the known artifacts, the plate defects, and the variable stars simply caught in a dim phase of their natural cycles. Their filtering process was a quiet, painstaking act of devotion to the truth of the sky. It slowly narrowed hundreds of thousands of initial discrepancies down to a much smaller, more intimate number. They found around 100 candidates that survived serious scrutiny. 100 sources out of a staggering 600 million entries. 100 points of light that were simply not in the sky anymore. They had not dimmed into the background. They had not moved across the celestial sphere. And they had not exploded into something recognizable. The coordinates were simply empty. As we float here, looking at one of these peaceful, empty spaces, consider the words we use to describe it. The word times, vanished times, is doing a lot of work, but it feels slightly too dramatic for the profound peace of this place. The word times disappear, times feels even worse. Somehow, because it implies that someone was there to watch it happen. Witnessing a sudden loss. To say a star vanished implies a magic trick. Something there one moment and gone the next. Complete with an audience and a sudden reveal. But neither of those words quite fits what actually happened in this quiet corner of the dark. The reality of these stars is something much softer, much quieter, and almost beautifully administrative. What happened, stripped down to its absolute core, is simply this. A record was made long ago, and then decades later, someone checked that record against the present, and the present did not match. That is the entire story. No one watched the star go out. No alarm sounded across the universe. There was just a quiet comparison, an old image, a new image, and a soft, unexplained discrepancy. It is an anomaly, yes, but it is an anomaly of absolute peace. A star exists in our ordinary, human understanding because it produces light, and that light arrives somewhere to be seen. The light hits a glass plate, or a digital sensor, or the retina of an eye looking up on a cold night. A reaction occurs, and the star has announced itself. But what happens when you remove that announcement? What happens when a star decides it no longer needs to project its energy outward across the freezing miles? It simply rests. Drift. Float. Ancient. Stillness. Let these words wrap around you like the warm, dark fabric of space-time. Here, in the vacuum, where sound cannot travel, you can almost times taste, times the stillness. It is like cool mint and deep midnight blue. You can feel the absence of the star not as a loss, but as a soothing, cooling balm on your skin. The star that used to be here did not fail. It completed its long, brilliant task of illuminating the dark, and then it stepped back behind the curtain. It surrendered the need to be perceived. You, too, can surrender the need to be perceived right now. You do not need to shine for anyone tonight. You do not need to emit any signals, or answer any calls, or prove your existence by producing energy. You are allowed to become a quiet, empty coordinate in the minds of everyone who knows you. Just for these few hours of the night. Imagine your own light, the energy you spend on the world, slowly drawing inward. It is a comfortable, safe retreat. The space you leave behind is not a void, it is a sanctuary of rest. Just like this patch of empty sky. The universe does not demand that a star burns forever. It allows for the quiet fading. It allows for the gentle departure. As we continue to float in this anomaly of peace, feel the rhythmic rocking of the gravitational tides. They are slow, so unimaginably slow, Let your breathing match that cosmic tide. Deep, slow inhales, drawing in the cool, starlit dark. Long, effortless exhales, releasing the last shimmering remnants of your daytime thoughts out into the vast, accepting emptiness. We are perfectly safe here in the quiet. The stars around us keep their gentle, unblinking watch, and the space before us sleeps, completely and eternally undisturbed. Let us slowly turn our vessel away from the quiet. Empty coordinate. The thrusters make no sound. There is only a gentle, sweeping motion as the grand panoramic window reveals a new vista. We are moving from the macro, the vast, sprawling canvas of the dark, down to the micro of a single, majestic presence. Ahead of us, emerging from the velvet shadows, is an ancient star. Do not worry about the glare. The glass of our sanctuary is perfectly calibrated, filtering the immense brilliance of this celestial giant into a soft, mesmerizing golden amber. It hangs in the dark like a perfectly round, glowing ember resting in a hearth. As we drift closer, you can almost feel a physical warmth radiating through the viewport. A soothing, heavy heat that gently washes over your skin. It is the kind of warmth that relaxes the deepest muscles in your shoulders, uncoiling the last remnants of the day's tension. We are going to float right here, safely cradled in the star's golden halo, to simply watch it exist, to understand the profound peace of the stars that chose to vanish. We must first understand the incredible effort it takes for a star to shine. A star is not simply a static object sitting in the sky. A star is at its core, and I mean that almost literally, a negotiation. It is a beautiful, endless dance of equilibrium. It is an ancient standoff between two fundamental forces of the universe. Imagine these forces now, working in perfect, silent harmony. On one side, there is gravity pulling inward, while on the other, there is radiation pressure pushing outward. Gravity is the universe's embrace. It is the desire of all matter to hold itself together, drawing everything toward the center in a gentle, persistent hug. But to prevent itself from being completely folded inward, the star relies on its core, deep within. It is bright, hot, fusing elements and releasing energy, constantly maintaining the outward pressure that keeps it from collapsing under its own weight. Inward pull, outward push. These two forces spend millions or billions of years in a kind of standoff, and the star exists entirely in the safe, radiant space that this standoff creates. It exists in the stable middle of those two forces for as long as the fuel holds. Think about your own breath for a moment. Feel the air filling your lungs, expanding your chest, that is your outward pressure. And as you exhale, feel your body settling, relaxing downward into the mattress that is gravity's inward pull. You, too, are a constant, beautiful negotiation between effort and rest. You spend your entire day pushing your energy outward into the world, holding up the weight of your responsibilities, maintaining your light. But a star cannot maintain that outward pressure forever. This continues until the fuel runs out. And when it does, the grand negotiation finally ends and gravity wins. In our terrestrial minds, we sometimes think of gravity winning as a harsh thing, a heavy fall. But out here, in the slow, drifting weightlessness of the cosmos. Gravity is not a harsh master. It is the ultimate comfort. Gravity winning simply means the star is finally allowed to stop pushing. It is allowed to lay down its burden. It is granted permission to simply be held, wrapped tightly in the fabric of space-time. As we float here in the warm, amber glow of this ancient sun, watching it perform its perfect balance of inward pull and outward push, I want to cast a small, invisible line back to the Earth below. As we share this cosmic drift, where on our beautiful blue planet are you joining me from tonight? Let your location be a small coordinate of peace in the comments below. Whether you are resting in a bustling city that has finally gone quiet, or a quiet room in a snowy landscape, or a warm coastal town listening to the waves leave your earthly coordinates. Let it be a gentle signal connecting all the quiet minds floating together in this sanctuary tonight. Drift, float, ancient, stillness. Let the hypnotic loop of these words synchronize with the slow pulsation of the golden star before us. The star does not worry about the day its fuel will run out. It does not feel anxiety over the end of the negotiation. It simply exists, suspended in the magnificent present, radiating warmth into the freezing void. It is a monument to patience. We often fear the moment our own energy runs low. We fear the quiet that comes when we stop pushing outward. But the universe teaches us that the end of the standoff is nothing to fear. It is a natural, necessary phase of existence. When the outward pressure fades, the inward embrace is there to catch you. Imagine the gravity of this giant star reaching out, not to crush you, but to cradle you. The mass of it creates a soft, curving bowl in the invisible fabric of space, and our ship is resting right in the center of that bowl. We are not falling, we are simply being held. You can let go now. If there is any remaining effort in your mind, any lingering task you feel you must complete, any thought you feel you must pursue, let it dissolve into the golden light outside the window. You do not need to hold yourself up anymore. The standoff is over for tonight. Let the warm, heavy embrace of rest pull you inward. The universe is holding you perfectly steady. In the next part of our journey, we will watch what happens when a star, much like this one, decides it is finally time to close its eyes. We will witness the softest, most silent transition in the heavens. But for now, just stay here. Bask in the amber twilight. Feel the slow, rhythmic breath of the cosmos. Inward pull, outward push. Drift, float, ancient, stillness. Let these words circle the quiet cabin of our vessel as we continue our gentle journey. The amber star we were just observing is slowly receding behind us, its warm light fading into a soft, golden haze in the distance. We are moving deeper into the cosmic archive, gliding on the smooth, frictionless currents of space-time. We are searching for a very specific kind of story tonight. A story of a star that simply decided its long shift was over. Usually, when we think of a massive star reaching the end of its time, we imagine a loud, dramatic cosmic event. A star runs out of fuel. In the standard picture, the ending is loud. The core gives way, and the infalling outer layers hit the center and rebound outward in a shockwave. The result is a brilliant, expanding shell of glowing gas, leaving behind a brightly colored nebula. or a rapidly spinning remnant. It is a magnificent display, but it is an energetic one, casting material out into the surrounding space. But the universe is infinitely vast, and it holds space for all kinds of endings. There is another path, a much quieter, more private path, ahead of us, floating in a vast sea of dark. Cooling velvet is a massive star. It has spent millions of years fusing elements in its core, holding up its own weight and radiating light outward to hold back the dark. It has done its job perfectly. But now, deep within its center, something beautiful and heavy is beginning to gather. An iron core builds up at the center of the massive star. Unlike the lighter elements that fueled its long life, fusing iron doesn't release energy, it absorbs it. Imagine this iron core not as a burden, but as a heavy, comforting weighted blanket slowly being drawn up from the inside. It is gathering at the center, absorbing the heat, absorbing the energy, quietly signaling to the rest of the star that the time for exertion is drawing to a close. The star is becoming deliciously heavy with sleep. We are going to watch this star transition. Because we are inside the sanctuary of the sleepy event horizon, time bends to our comfort. We are not watching this in the rapid, blinking fraction of a second that the physical universe might measure. We are watching it in the slow, sweeping majesty of deep cosmic time. Everything is slowed down to the gentle, rhythmic pace of your own breathing. The star is preparing for a process known as direct collapse. In a direct collapse, there is no rebound. There is no shock wave to push the outer layers away. The outward pressure that the star has maintained for millions of years simply, softly, comes to an end. Imagine a grand, glowing flower floating in the dark. At the end of a long, sunlit day, it does not throw its petals to the wind. It simply begins to close, slowly. Petal by petal, it folds inward, curling up to protect its delicate center from the cooling night. That is what this star is doing. The outward push ceases, and the universe responds with the ultimate, comforting gesture. Gravity, that ever-present, gentle embrace, wraps its arms entirely around the star. Instead of an outward rush, the collapse continues inward. Everything falls inward. Watch through the curved glass of our window. The light of the star does not flare. There is no optical brightening, no sudden flash to announce its departure. It just begins to soften. The edges of the star blur, melting into the dark indigo of the surrounding space. It is letting out a long, cosmic sigh, the great exhale. With this exhale, the star sinks deeply into the fabric of space-time, the outer layers, weary from millions of years of shining, follow the core inward, sinking into a space of absolute, impenetrable privacy. The black hole forms not from the remnant of an explosion, but from the peaceful, total collapse of the whole star. There is no ejector. There is no expanding remnant slowly drifting through the surrounding gas. There is no glowing shell. There is just the star. And then, a moment later, the beautiful, quiet absence of the star. A direct collapse into a black hole. A total, perfect retreat from the visible world. It ends in a way that produces no remnant, nor echo, no record that it was ever there. It leaves no sentence for the universe to read. It simply folds up its light, turns off the lamp, and goes to sleep. You can almost feel the texture of this disappearance in the vacuum. It does not feel like a loss. It feels like the moment a cool, smooth stone settles perfectly into a deep, calm pond, slipping beneath the surface without making a single ripple. The silence it leaves behind is a color, a rich, soothing indigo that wraps around your shoulders and pulls you deeper into your chair. Notice how comfortable that idea is, the art of leaving no trace. In our daily lives, we are constantly asked to leave a trace. We are asked to produce, to respond, to leave a mark, to echo our thoughts into the crowded air. We feel the pressure to end every day with a completed list, a tidy conclusion, a visible remnant of our effort. But out here, in the quiet wisdom of the dark, the universe allows for a different kind of ending. You are allowed to perform your own direct collapse tonight. You do not have to leave a perfectly organized desk. You do not have to finish that last thought. You do not need to announce to the world that you are resting. You can simply let the outward pressure stop. Let the heavy, comforting blanket of iron settle over your mind. Absorb the energy instead of projecting it. Fold your thoughts inward, petal by petal, just like the ancient star. Inhale the cool, starlit air, and now join the star in its great exhale. Release your breath slowly into the quiet cabin. Let it carry away the last lingering need to be seen, the last need to shine. The star is gone, and the space it left behind is perfectly safe. It is a pocket of absolute stillness, guarded by the gentle curvature of gravity. In the next part of our journey, we will drift closer to that newly formed sanctuary. We will feel the soft, protective edge of its quietest boundary. But for now, just practice the exhale. Fold inward. Let go. Rest in the beautiful, traceless, dark. The great exhale has finished. The star has folded its light away, slipping beneath the surface of the visible universe without making a single sound. Our vessel glides closer, moving with the slow, effortless grace of a silver leaf drifting on a midnight pond. Look out into the space where the giant amber sun used to be. It is not empty, though your eyes might tell you otherwise. It is a presence of profound, cooling shadow. We are drifting toward a magnificent boundary, a surface that surrounds this newly sleeping star, known to astronomers as the event horizon. On Earth, a horizon is simply the soft line in the distance beyond which your eyes cannot see. You walk toward it, and it gently steps back, always giving you more space, always remaining just out of reach. But here, in the deep, unhurried quiet of the cosmos, this horizon does not recede. It is a permanent, perfectly still curtain woven from the very physics of space-time itself. When the waking world speaks of these places, they use harsh words. They call them voids, or traps, or monsters in the dark. But from the safety of our drifting sanctuary, looking out through the curved glass, you can feel the true nature of this space. It is not a trap. It is the ultimate quiet room. It is a thick, dark, luminescent blanket of space-time where the star has chosen to take its eternal rest. Think of the beautiful, comforting geometry of this space. It is structured so perfectly, so thoughtfully, that past this soft threshold, every possible path forward leads gently inward. Inward is not a limitation, it is an invitation. In our daily lives, we are constantly forced to move outward. We project our voices. We extend our energy. We scatter our attention across 1,000 different tasks. But inside the embrace of the event horizon, the universe simply says, no more. The only direction that exists is inward. It is a gentle folding into oneself, a retreat to the quietest, safest center of your being. Any light or energy resting inside does not need to escape. It is not structurally prevented from leaving because it is imprisoned. It is kept inside because the shape of space-time has created a perfect, spherical cradle to ensure you always have a spaceship to return to the stars. Make sure you are subscribed. Let this channel be your launchpad to peace every night. Whenever you feel the exhausting pull of the outward world, you can return to this cabin, float by the glass, and remember the comfort of turning inward. Drift, silver, eternal rest, soft gravity. Let the hypnotic loop of the cosmos slow your pulse. As we float just outside this magnificent boundary, you can experience a kind of synesthesia in the vacuum. Because there is no air to carry sound, you feel the cosmic silence instead. You feel it as a smooth, cool weight settling over your eyelids. You can almost taste the deep, rich violet of the dark, like a sip of cool water in the middle of the night. It is a silence so complete that it absorbs all your lingering anxieties, pulling them gently across the horizon where they simply dissolve into peace. The star's gentle mass is still there. Its soft gravity persists, and the comforting curvature of space-time remains perfectly real. But it has stepped behind a veil of absolute privacy. A stellar mass sitting alone in space, not pulling from a companion, not located near anything else, is for all practical observational purposes completely invisible. It produces no signal at any wavelength. It simply rests in the dark. There is a beautiful reassurance in this. The information about what happened to that star, the specific, intricate details of its long life and its final, quiet collapse, that information is not lost. It still exists in a physical sense. It is encoded safely in the state of the matter inside the event horizon. The universe does not delete its memories. It honors every moment of light the star ever produced. But just because the information exists does not mean it is accessible to the outside world. And that is the true gift of the event horizon. The star's history is sealed in a velvet box. It is perfectly unreachable by the noise and the demands of the universe. Imagine having an event horizon of your own, a soft, invisible boundary wrapped around your mind as you lie in bed. Outside that boundary is the waking world, with its loud clocks, its endless emails, its complicated relationships, and its heavy expectations. But inside the boundary, inside your own personal event horizon, every path leads inward to rest. The world outside cannot access you here. Your thoughts, your memories, your worries, and your hopes are kept perfectly safe. But they do not need to be broadcasted or explained to anyone. You are allowed to be temporarily invisible. You are allowed to produce no signal at any wavelength. You can just be. Breathe in the cool, refreshing air of the cabin. Notice how the faint, amber glow of the ship's instruments reflects in the dark glass, mirroring the steady, rhythmic rise and fall of your chest. Inhale the cosmic silence. Exhale the need to be seen. The mass remains curved into the geometry of space, pulling weakly and softly on everything nearby, a gentle reminder that it is still there. But the star itself, the light it made, and the effort it took to shine, are all resting on the other side of a boundary that has no other side. It has achieved a state of permanent, untouchable peace. As we linger here by the edge of this dark, luminescent blanket, let your body sink even deeper into your seat. The gravity of the Earth is millions of miles away. You are completely untethered, floating on a slow, invisible tide. The universe has tucked the star in for the night, and it is doing the same for you. Drift, silver, blanket of space-time, cosmic silence. Let the words wash over you. There is nothing to solve here. There is no mystery that requires your urgent attention. The star went to sleep, and the space it left behind is a monument to the beauty of rest. In the next part of our gentle voyage, we will turn our gaze back to the vast, sweeping canvas of the dark, and we will learn to appreciate the exquisite art of leaving absolutely no trace. But for now, just stay here, hovering at the edge of the deepest, safest sleep in the universe. Let us slowly guide our vessel backward, drifting gently away from the invisible, protective boundary of the event horizon. The thrusters remain completely silent, letting the natural, slow currents of the cosmic ocean carry us out. We are widening our view once again. We are pulling back to look at the entire neighborhood of stars surrounding the place where the giant amber sun used to be. Look out through the curved glass of the sanctuary. The surrounding stars are still there, shining with their steady, ancient light. But in the center, where we just witnessed the great, silent exhale, there is a space. It is a masterpiece of subtraction. The space where the star once reigned is now a smooth, uninterrupted canvas of black silk. In the waking world, we are taught that every ending must have a visible conclusion. We are taught that the universe follows a certain grammar, a set of rules that always produces a sentence we can read. Usually, stars are not supposed to simply vanish. They are supposed to leave something behind. When their long lives come to a close, they usually build magnificent, glowing monuments to their own existence. They might leave behind a white dwarf, a denser, hot core that cools slowly over billions of years, radiating its stored warmth like a stone left by a campfire. Or they might leave a sprawling, breathtaking nebula, a softly expanding cloud of colored gas that glows for thousands of years in the dark. Even the oldest, faintest objects in the sky tend to announce their presence in some way, leaving a subtle signature for our telescopes to eventually find. The universe is deeply archival. Its past is usually written into its present, leaving records everywhere. But this specific star, and the handful of others like it, resting in the quietest corners of the Vasco catalogue, chose to break that rule. It chose a different kind of beauty. The ending, when it finally arrived, produced no sentence, no remnant, no detectable trace of any process. There is no expanding shell of gas catching the light. There is no slowly cooling core. There is absolutely nothing at any wavelength. The universe simply performed a massive, beautiful event and chose not to announce it. It performed its final act in the dark, entirely without a witness, and then peacefully moved on. Sit with that thought for a moment. Allow it to settle into your shoulders. Allow it to smooth out the tiny, tense muscles around your eyes. The universe did it in the dark, without witness, and moved on. There is an exquisite, liberating profoundness in the art of leaving no trace. Think of the immense, exhausting pressure we place on ourselves every day to leave a mark. We are told to build a legacy, to be productive, to ensure that our efforts are seen, recorded, and validated by the world around us. We carry the heavy expectation that our existence must constantly produce a detectable signal. But looking out at this perfectly quiet, empty patch of sky, we are reminded that the universe does not demand a legacy. It does not require you to leave a monument. You are allowed to step out of the room without making a sound. You are allowed to finish a long day and simply fade into the comfort of your bed, without owing anyone an explanation, a summary, or a glowing remnant of your energy. You can just let the day end. Drift, float, cosmic silence. Imagine the tension in your body as a kind of starlight you have been radiating all day. Your mind has been glowing hot, processing information, reflecting concerns, pushing outward against the pressures of your life. Right now, I invite you to practice the art of leaving no trace. Starting with your feet, feel the energy slowly drawing inward. Let them become heavy, sinking softly into the mattress beneath you. The need to walk, to move, to carry weight, it is all dissolving into the dark silk of the room. The relaxation moves up through your legs, a cool, soothing wave that extinguishes the need for action. It travels into your center, calming the rhythm of your breath. Your chest rises and falls with the slow, unhurried pace of a galaxy turning in the deep. Let the wave wash over your hands and arms. Unclench your fingers. You do not need to hold on to anything right now. You do not need to grasp, or build, or signal your presence. Let your hands rest, completely empty, completely at peace. And finally, let the cool wave rise into your mind, all the thoughts of what you accomplished today, and all the worries about what you must do tomorrow. Let them undergo their own direct collapse. Let them fold inward, quietly and softly, crossing the event horizon of your sleep, where they cannot be reached by the waking world. You are leaving no trace of your stress. You are leaving no remnant of your anxiety. You are simply becoming a quiet, restful coordinate in the dark. As we float here in our sanctuary of glass and silver, looking out at the magnificent emptiness, it does not feel lonely. It feels like the deepest, most comforting exhalation. The space where the star used to be is a physical manifestation of perfect rest. It is a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful thing a star can do is to stop shining and allow the surrounding darkness to be completely, softly undisturbed. The people who look through the telescopes on Earth, the ones who found this beautiful gap, they do not grieve the star, the photographic plates, the silver crystals that recorded its light decades ago. Do not grieve. The record is beautifully neutral. It just notes that the light was there. And now, it is resting. There is a gap that nobody made. waiting patiently to be found. And we have found it. We have found the perfect place for you to lay down your thoughts. The air in the cabin is cool and still. The faint, amber instruments glow with a steady, reassuring pulse. The universe outside the window is holding its breath, wrapping the cosmos in a thick, heavy blanket of peace. You do not need to announce your sleep. You do not need to leave a trace of your waking hours. You can simply slip away into the quiet, just like the ancient star, and let the gentle gravity of your dreams pull you inward. Drift. Leave no trace. We have drifted through the grand, silent library of the cosmos. We have witnessed the magnificent, peaceful exhale of a giant sun, and we have floated beside the dark, protective velvet of the event horizon. Now, it is time to turn our gaze away from the vastness of the external universe. Let the grand panoramic window of our sanctuary slowly dim. The brilliant silver and violet of the deep sky soften into a gentle, muted charcoal. The cabin around you feels smaller now, more intimate, drawing the focus inward. The soft, amber lights on the control panels pulse with a slow, steady rhythm. Bring your awareness inside the vessel. Bring it away from the light years of distance, away from the ancient glass plates and the empty coordinates. Bring it entirely into the quiet space of your own physical form, resting comfortably in this weightless sanctuary. Notice the slow, rhythmic rise and fall of your chest. In this perfect vacuum, where there is no air outside to carry the chaotic noise of the world, the only rhythm that matters is the one happening inside you. Your heartbeat, your breath, the quiet, persistent hum of your own existence. There is a profound, beautiful secret hidden in that rhythm. It is a secret that connects the microscopic reality of your body to the macroscopic majesty of the universe we have been exploring. When you look up at the stars, it is easy to feel small. It is easy to feel entirely separate from the cold, magnificent expanse of space. But that separation is an illusion. You are not just an observer of the universe. You are a seamless, continuous extension of it. Think back to the giant star we visited earlier, the one perfectly balancing the inward pull of gravity and the outward push of its own light. Deep within the core of that star, and countless others just like it, a spectacular sequence of creation was taking place over millions of years. The core was fusing hydrogen into helium in its early stages, and then helium into carbon and oxygen later. And for the most massive stars, this ancient, silent furnace continued, a sequence of further fusions that produced neon, silicon, sulfur, and eventually iron. Those elements were not locked away forever. When older stars gently shed their outer layers, or when they released their material into the dark, they scattered those newly forged elements across the silent oceans of space. They formed vast, beautiful clouds of stardust, shimmering like spun gold and cool silver in the dark. Over billions of years, that stardust drifted, gathered, and eventually coalesced to form the pale blue dot of our Earth. And it formed you. The calcium that gives strength to your bones was forged in the heart of a star. The carbon that forms the very structure of your cells was born in a celestial furnace. And the iron, that heavy, comforting element that gathered in the core of the massive star, signaling that its long shift was over and it was time to rest, that exact same iron is flowing through your veins right now. It is in your blood, carrying the oxygen you are breathing in this very moment. You are not merely in the universe. You times are times the universe, wrapped in a temporary, beautiful human form, looking back out at itself. Drift, float, stardust, ancient, stillness. Feel the profound weight of that connection. When you breathe in, the oxygen binds to the ancient stellar iron within you. Your heartbeat is echoing the exact same physical processes that govern the turning of the galaxies. Because you are made of stars, you share their nature. And more importantly, you share their cosmic permissions. We saw how a massive star is allowed to stop shining. We saw how it is permitted to lay down the exhausting burden of its outward pressure, to let gravity win, and to undergo a quiet, peaceful collapse into the dark. It is allowed to leave no trace, to simply step behind the curtain of the event horizon and rest in absolute privacy. Since you are woven from the exact same threads of stardust, you are granted that exact same permission. You do not have to shine brightly all the time. The universe does not demand endless, exhausting radiation from you. When your internal iron core grows heavy with the weight of a long day, when you feel the deep, pulling need to simply stop projecting your energy outward, you are allowed to listen to it. You are allowed to fold inward. Imagine your own body as a constellation of glowing points of light. The tension in your shoulders, the racing thoughts in your mind, the worries about tomorrow, they are all little stars working too hard to illuminate the dark. Right now, grant them permission to perform a direct collapse. Starting at the crown of your head, feel a soft, cooling shadow begin to descend. It is the soothing darkness of the event horizon, offering you absolute privacy. As this cool shadow touches your forehead, the little stars of worry simply switch off. They do not explode. They do not fight the dark. They just quietly fade into the indigo velvet. The shadow moves down over your eyes, relaxing the tiny muscles. It moves over your jaw, allowing it to unclench. The need to speak, the need to explain yourself to the world, dissolves into the cosmic silence. The cooling darkness drifts down your neck and across your shoulders. The heavy burden of gravity on Earth is gone, replaced by the soft, cradling gravity of the cosmos. You are weightless, yet perfectly held. Inhale the cool, the starlit air. Exhale the need to be seen. As the shadow washes down your arms, through your chest, and all the way to your toes, your entire constellation gently dims. You are performing the art of leaving no trace. You are slipping away from the waking world, leaving behind a perfectly calm, empty coordinate where your stress used to be. You can feel the texture of this piece. It is smooth, like glass. It is soft, like silk. It is the temperature of a cool pillow on a warm night. The amber lights of our sanctuary pulse in time with your slow, steady heartbeat. The ship hums its deep, resonant lullaby. There is no past to regret out here, and no future to anxiously anticipate. There is only the beautiful, eternal present. You are a collection of ancient stardust, returning to the quiet, floating state from which you were born. The universe is holding you. The dark is protecting you, and the silence is singing to you. Drift, float, stardust, stillness. In the final part of our journey, we will begin our slow, imperceptible re-entry. We will guide this vessel back to the warmth of your room, transforming the weightlessness of space into the comforting embrace of your own bed. But for now, simply exist in this perfect, resting connection. We have floated in the deep for a long, beautiful time. We have turned the pages of the cosmic archive, tracing our fingers over the silver memories of stars that shone brightly and then, with profound wisdom, chose to simply go to sleep. We have drifted beside the dark, comforting velvet of the event horizon, and we have learned the exquisite, gentle art of leaving no trace. The universe has shared its quietest secrets with us tonight. It has shown us that the grandest events can happen in perfect silence, and that stepping away into the dark is not an end, but a beautiful, natural surrender to rest. Now, the time has come to bring that cosmic peace back to the surface. Our sanctuary of glass and silver begins a slow, sweeping turn. There is no sound of engines, no vibration in the cabin. The ship moves with the effortless grace of a thought turning toward home. The grand panoramic window shifts its gaze away from the infinite expanse of the Milky Way, slowly panning across the velvet dark until a familiar, comforting shape appears in the distance. The Earth. It hangs in the quiet vacuum like a beautiful, fragile jewel, glowing softly in the surrounding dark. But as we approach, you realize it is not the same loud, hurried world you left behind hours ago. The side facing us is bathed in the deep, tranquil shadow of the night. Look at the sleeping sphere. The vast oceans are smooth and dark, reflecting only the faint, silver light of the moon. The continents are blanketed in a cooling shadow, dotted only by the soft, amber glow of cities that have finally settled down. The hurried footsteps have stopped. The urgent messages have ceased. The entire planet is taking its own long, slow exhale. We are gliding toward it, moving on a gentle, invisible trajectory that feels like slipping down a long, smooth curve of silk. As we draw closer, the Earth's atmosphere rises to meet us. From up here, you can see it not as a thin barrier of air, but as a series of soft, protective veils. It is a magnificent shield, wrapping the planet in layers of deep violet, rich indigo, and calming azure. Our re-entry is completely silent and incredibly soft. We are not piercing the atmosphere, we are merging with it. Imagine the ship gently pressing into the very first, thinnest layer of the exosphere. It feels like walking into a room where a warm, soothing bath has been drawn. The air instantly wrapping around you with a comforting, familiar humidity. The starlight outside the window begins to diffuse, softening from sharp, brilliant pinpricks into a gentle, blurry glow. We are sinking deeper into the atmospheric veils. The violet shifts into dark blue. The absolute zero of the cosmic vacuum is replaced by a refreshing, terrestrial coolness, the kind of midnight breeze that rustles the leaves outside your window on a quiet summer night. And with this descent comes the return of an old, familiar friend, gravity. Up in the void. Gravity was an abstract concept, a massive curvature of space-time holding the galaxies together. But here, as we drift closer to the surface. Gravity becomes a physical sensation. It does not return as a sudden weight. It returns as a soft, warm blanket being drawn slowly over your body by a caring hand. Notice how the weightlessness begins to gently fade. You can feel the back of your head resting fully against the plush fabric of your seat. The connection feels secure. It feels grounding. The gravity moves down your shoulders, pressing them softly downward, smoothing away the last invisible knots of tension. It feels like a long, reassuring hug. It is the earth whispering, "Asterisk, I have you. You are held. You can stay right here." Asterisk, as we glide gracefully through the stratosphere. The ambient light inside our cabin begins to change. The cosmic amber of the control panels slowly fades, blending perfectly with the actual shadows of your bedroom. The curved glass of the spaceship's window dissolves into the familiar shapes of your own walls, your own curtains, your own quiet space. You are no longer in a ship millions of miles away. The sanctuary has seamlessly transitioned into your own bed. The gentle hum of the spacecraft's life support system is now just the rhythmic, soothing sound of your own breathing, or perhaps the faint, distant hum of the wind outside your house. The cool, starlit air you were breathing is now the fresh, clean air of your room, and the warm, heavy embrace of gravity, that is the soft, comforting weight of your blankets resting across your chest, your legs, and your feet. Feel the mattress rising up to support every single curve of your body. It is your own personal event horizon. You have crossed the boundary. And now, every path leads inward. Every path leads to sleep. The sky above your roof tonight is vast, and it is full of beautiful, quiet mysteries. Up there, in the dark, there are stars resting in the catalogs that are no longer shining in the sky. They have collapsed. They have folded inward, and they are sleeping safely in the pockets of space-time they carved out for themselves. They are leaving no trace, and they are perfectly at peace. Everything in the universe is exactly where it is supposed to be. The empty coordinates are safe. The glowing nebulae are safe. The planets turning in the dark are safe. And you are safe. The night is a thick, protective shield wrapped around your house. It filters out the demands of the waking world, ensuring that nothing can reach you here. Your thoughts have been organized and filed away in the great archive of the day. The negotiation is over. The standoff between effort and rest has concluded. And rest has beautifully, wonderfully won. There is nothing left to solve tonight. There is nothing left to plan, nothing left to carry, and absolutely nothing left to prove. You have permission to simply exist in this warm, heavy, protected dark. If your mind ever tries to drift back to the noise, just remember the giant amber star. Remember its great, long exhale. Remember the cool, dark velvet of the space it left behind. You are stardust, resting on a sphere of stardust, floating in a perfectly balanced universe. Let the warm gravity pull you under. Drift. The stars are sleeping. And now, so are you. Rest well.